Alright, here we are back with the 7.3 POWERSTROKE. Okay, so I'm going to show you right off the bat. Here's the success of that broken bolt in the HPOP reservoir mount. And I'll tell you how I did that. Alright, so on this drawing, this is where the high pressure oil pump, that's where it mounts. There's a bolt that goes through here, and I'm a terrible artist, so, and then another one goes through right here. Okay, so, and then last night I showed you that it broke off, and there was some of it that has a washer on it too. And then this is the 10mm right there. So basically what I did was, now that the high pressure oil pump was out of the way, since this is broken, and I showed you that there was some sticking out of it, my first attempt at welding a nut on there was a failure. It actually broke a little bit more of it off. So this time what I did was I did pin drill, and what I did in there is I started out with the drill bit right here, and I drilled down inside here just a slight bit, and then I turned the drill bit this way, about a 45-degree angle. I think it actually turned out to be a little less than that, but anyway, this is, we'll just make this as the, this is the drill. Sorry about the shaky camera. Alright, so what I did was I drilled in the side of it, and it drilled down. Well, I think it actually drilled more this direction, but anyway, what that did was, there may have been some sort of something on it. I don't know what would have caused it other than rust. But what that did was that took about 1/4 of the threads out, and that basically takes the stiction out, as it's known as stiction. That's what keeps threads tight inside a bore of any kind of stiction. So you can see that I did weld the nut back on there, but this time, see, there was a lot less of the threads. This portion right here, I'll get this, doing all this with the camera, but right here was up against the timing cover, so there wasn't a whole lot left holding or protruding out of there. But I was able to get that welder hot, and I got it stuck on there real good and let it cool down, and then I used some more of that arrow coil and shot in there and just worked the nut back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and finally it started to move a little more and kept moving back and forth and got it out of there. So that's another successful run, and this, like I say, is the way. And sorry about my handwriting, it's pretty terrible, but I went in at such an angle that it actually drilled some of the broken bolt out, so that it pulled a lot of that stiction out of there. And sometimes that's what you have to do, keeping in mind that this is aluminum right here. That was aluminum timing cover housing. So I didn't want to do this too much, and I didn't want to booger the threads that are left in this timing cover, because there's still a successful amount of threads in there I can reuse. So I think we're good. I think it's going to work okay. I will give you further updates if there's anything changes, but I've got parts on order, so I'm going to call this a win. Thanks for watching.